Pagan Shooter here today. I wanted to talk about something other than reviews today, and this is something that's kind of been weighing a bit on everybody on YouTube's mind, and it's kind of, well, it's easier to say it this way. YouTube, what are you thinking? Uh, there's a lot of hysteria out there right now amongst people who make a living off of YouTube. Now, I'm not one of them, so I think I can be a little more to the center on between YouTube and other YouTubers. So I don't really do this to make a living. I do this just to learn new techniques, and I'll go into that a little bit more in a minute. But I wanted to touch base on this whole YouTube ad apocalypse thing. It was real. I mean, I don't think it was geared at any one individual group. I know that everybody thinks it's geared at them or it's focused on them. I know the gun community has been hypersensitive, saying that they're censoring guns, and that the conservative community is saying that they're censoring conservatives, and the liberal community is saying that they're censoring liberals, and just everybody is saying that their group is the one being focused. Now, I don't do any political, I don't talk about my political ideas and thoughts on here. I do talk about guns, but I do talk about like making mead. I do talk about reviewing different items, and I've had items of all types and all video types demonetized or partially monetized. So I can honestly say that I don't think there's any one group being focused on here. What I'm seeing is it's kind of a knee-jerk reaction to something horrible that happened for YouTube. And basically what's happening now is YouTube had a knee-jerk reaction of, oh my God, we've got to shut up, we've got to plug this hole. Basically, if anybody who doesn't know what happened was a bunch of groups, like terrorist groups, ISIS and a few others, were putting videos on YouTube, monetizing them, and then getting revenue from that monetization. Well, a lot of the advertisers on YouTube freaked out and said, we're done. Out. Well, that freaked out YouTube because that's a lot of their revenue that went out the door. So what they did was they created this algorithm, knee-jerk, and it basically started banning pretty much everything. Started blocking and started making everything adult content and making everything basically dropping a lot of views. My views went from, I'm not really supposed to say how many views, but it basically cut my views down to about a quarter in April of last year. So, or I'm sorry, in April of this year, my views dropped to about a quarter. My revenue income, which was pretty dismal anyway, pretty much, in fact, I'll tell you, I don't even make $100 a year on this. In fact, anything I do get back from YouTube is pretty much put back into the channel and then some. So I don't make anything on this. However, they did end up blocking a lot of stuff. They did end up demonetizing or partially monetizing. There wasn't enough ads to go around. And my revenue dropped to maybe a cent a day, sometimes not even that. So I can imagine how bad it hit some of the big people that actually make a living doing this. So I feel for them. But on the same side, I do understand why YouTube did it. So that in mind, I don't think this is focused on any one group. What I do think is this is focused more on trying to get revenue back, trying to get brands to go and say, okay, well, YouTube is trying, let's go and advertise again. It's a valid platform again. So I think in the long run, it will help people. Right now, it's hurting a lot of people. And I think the algorithm does need to be adjusted. It just, I mean, I've got videos that's reviewing a cleaning kit that got partially monetized. The video I have of moving mead from one bottle to another got partially monetized. And I don't swear. I try to maintain a pretty positive outlook. I don't try to look down. I don't talk about political. I try to make sure that my content is at least family friendly, if not dealing with subjects of, I mean, I do talk about fishing, but I mean, there is other subjects like guns and things like that. And honestly, I mean, a lot of my videos, nothing really should be demonetized as far as I'm concerned. But, like I said, the algorithm does it. So that being said, that's my point of view on this. So now, on to my point of doing this. Now, some of you who have seen my videos for a while know, and I've talked about this, that my point for doing this was never to make a living. And it still isn't. I do have my my channel my store where I can sell, where I do sell my t-shirts to try to bring in a little bit of revenue to possibly get things to review, to continue doing this. Like I said, this costs me out of my pocket, so it's really not something I'm making money on. And I don't ever really plan on that. What I'm basically doing is I'm trying to learn how to talk in front of groups of people. I'm trying to learn how to edit video and sound and learn new techniques in that. Now, so that's why you'll see a lot of my videos. I change, I add cameras, I remove cameras, I zoom in, I figure out how to do these other things. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You've seen few of my recent videos where I had an action cam and I set it up as a secondary camera, and it doesn't work because it doesn't zoom in. And then I had my cell phone set up as a close-up camera, and there's several times where that didn't even record, or I couldn't transfer the files off. So I'm still learning as I go, and that's the whole point of this channel, is for me to learn new things, to get a little more comfortable talking. A few years ago, I couldn't have looked at this camera and talked directly into it. In fact, I remember in college I tried to do this in a speech class, and that camera freaked me out. In fact, right now I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's something that I'm working on, that this is beneficial to me. If you guys want to watch, if you like to watch, please feel free to do so. I don't ask for anything. If you do like the channel, go ahead and like it. Like the videos. If you do like what I'm putting out, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you think others would benefit from this stuff, go ahead and share my channel. Share my videos. Don't really try to push for anybody to support me or my channel, but if you'd like to, feel free to. As always, the links over that are down in the bottom. Also, my wife, who is doing a weight loss journey, and she does a daily vlog, she's actually talked me into trying that out. Now, that wouldn't fit very well in what I do on this channel right now. So what I'm thinking I might do is start up another channel, but that could be in a couple of weeks. Possibly maybe the beginning of the year I'll start that. And I'm doing some testing with that. More on that later. But as always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I do appreciate everybody who has subscribed and everybody who watches my videos. Keep plugging along. If you do have a YouTube channel, hang in there, because I'm pretty sure things will get better in time. But as always, this is Pagan Shooter, and we'll see you next time.